What's up? What's up? What is up, sister girl, family, brothers, sister? What's up? It's a day. Been a day.
What?
I guess there would be some light if you put some light on, huh?
That there be light.
Lord, we thank you for the light. We thank you for everything. So we just say thank you for coming on in between your lines. Today is different, weird. I don't know what's going on, but we get ready to figure it out. So we thank you for coming on. We thank you for hanging out with us. We got our black and white. I didn't put my white on.
That's black on. We coordinated.
I got my black on, so great day, great understanding. Thankful for all that's going on. Work was really good. Long by myself, but God is still good. But I'll tell you, yeah, I was my partner didn't come in, so it is what it is. But I was working it. My boss came in, she was like looking at me like, dang.
It was handling it.
I'm working. So grateful. I can complain and get mad and get upset, be frustrated. Guess what? I'm not. I'm gonna be thankful. Thank God for what he's done, what he's doing, what he's going to keep doing. Listen to one podcast. Hello, I am Parsha. It's almost her birthday. She's about to be
51, baby.
51.
I am 50 for the next 2 hours.
2 hours. Nah, she ain't gonna be 51 until like 12 in the afternoon.
I don't know what time I was born. I don't know what time I was born. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what time I was born.
But we love y'all. We thank God for each and every one of y'all. We're grateful, and we're just gonna press our way through. Keep praying our way through. Praise our way through, and we're grateful for you coming on. Thank you for sharing and liking and all that good stuff. We thank you for just allowing us to come into your living room, the bedroom, the kitchen, the office, the car.
We in the bedroom.
I forgot I gotta watch what I say with your.
I like to watch. So we in the bedroom. What we saying?
Lord Jesus,
what's going on? I need to learn some stuff.
We ain't letting you watch, dog. You 51. You already know everything.
I'll be quiet.
51. You know everything.
I don't know. No.
51. You know everything.
No. I promise you, I don't know everything. There is still so much to learn. I promise you.
No.
I am not.
So we say thank you. We ain't even paying no attention to her right now. Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being who you are. Birthdays are very beautiful. The day is going to be a great day. We still remember stuff that happened on this same day, and that's weird. You have to deal with that the rest. Well, I'm not going to say deal with it, but it's.
I mean, I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it. I mean, there were a couple of years after that happened that I didn't. I waited a couple of days to celebrate my birthday.
Yeah, it's different.
But now, September 1st through the 30th, I celebrate every day. But this year has been a little difficult because of what's going on in my life with my best friend. Well, with one of my best friends. So I'm actually trying to shake off the responsibility, the heaviness of the responsibility, so I can embrace the celebration part of me. So today was just weird. It was just
it's different.
It was heavy. It was heavy, and I don't think it was just for me. It was as I was in different groups on social media, just different friends that I actually spoke to. It was a heavy day for a lot of people. Not necessarily something bad, but people were acknowledging that they weren't feeling quite themselves, but couldn't put their finger on it.
It was different.
So it was like everybody was in prayer for each other to lift us up out of that, whatever this is, for the day. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow being an amazing, wonderful day of light and love and happiness and peace and chicken grease, because today was heavy enough.
Peas and chicken grease.
I mean, you know, who don't like fried chicken?
But you know, I don't know if I want to ask this question now. But now do I ask it today or tomorrow?
You asked the question.
No.
Ask the question.
I was listening to one of my, and see, that's what happens when you listen and you're taking things. And the question that was asked was, if you see, I don't want to say it because of what you're going through right now. So it deals with kind of like that.
Ask the question.
So if you could hear what people would say about you at your funeral, would you change anything that you've done?
Absolutely.
And that's what was.
If those, it all depends on who is saying what. So not just anybody that shows up at my funeral saying certain things, but for those that are important to me, like my kinsmen, my son, and my children, yes, I would pay attention to what they would say. I would pay attention to what my parents would say. I would pay attention to what my sister Tony would say. I would pay attention and give courtesy to other people in my family, like my sister Charlene or my brother Isaac. I would give courtesy, but certain people, like my Uncle Joe, Auntie Karen, yeah, I would really pay attention to what they say and take that in consideration. But just Joe Blow that think they knew me, that show up and say certain things, nah. I'm not paying attention to that now. I'm not gonna pay attention to them.
Right. Let me stop you for just a quick second. Because the way it was thought of, that there was a young man that was going through the same thing that you're going through now. And they said the young man wanted the funeral like now.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to hear. I
would rather have my life celebration while I'm living. Right. I really would.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. And then, you know, when I looked at it and when I heard it, you know, what would you change? You know, would you do things differently? Or if you knew, just like, and I don't know why, well, I guess that's where God's taking us. If I knew that I only had a little time, what would I do with the time that I had?
But you know what? But that's a beautiful way to look at life, even though no one professionally has declared
yeah.
But if we looked at life like that, I think we will all live a little differently and a little better. You know what I'm saying? Or a little more closer to the line of righteousness versus selfishness. You know what I'm saying? So when when we're facing that final decision, and you know, time is winding out. I told someone the other day, I said, not money, not jewelry, not stocks and bonds, but time is the greatest commodity, because guess what? We can't create or recreate time. Once it's spent, once it's used, once it ticks the top away, you can't do nothing. As far as I know, we don't know nothing about time travel and 3 different dimensions and all that kind of stuff.
They ain't told us yet.
I'm not on that level yet. So
you ain't watched Marvel? You ain't watched the Marvels?
But I'm not on that level yet. That's still in the movies. It's not my real life. So I just have to use every second or every minute of every hour that I acknowledge that I have to the best of my ability, because once it's gone, it's gone. I can go make some more money. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can recreate a piece of art, but that time, I can't get that second back. Once it's gone. So for me, I'm grateful that we're having this discussion, because I had a discussion with my kinsman before we started recording. And I have a very unique and close relationship with my kids. Most of my
Right.
children are males. Most of my children are men. And I am a submissive woman. So no matter what my hat is, whether I'm the mother or the wife or the sister or the daughter, I tend to reverence the masculine decisions and mindset and order. So I had a very tender conversation with my children about something I'm passionate about. And I already knew that there would be an objection because we are a communicative family. We talk about everything. And so I was prepared for the opposition, but I wasn't prepared for the disappointment or the, what's the other word I want to use? Yeah, the disappointment that was felt. And that means something to me. So when you say, if we were to have a memorial celebration or ceremony while we're living, or if I could hear what someone is saying at my funeral, and I had an opportunity to adjust myself accordingly, there are certain people, depending on what they say, so depending on the person and depending on what they say, in some instances, it will be a hell yeah. But then in a lot of other instances, because I live a very uniquely cut life, some things I'm just saying, as the kids say, stand on my business. It may not be something they would agree to. It may not be something they understood. But if I feel that that was my divinity and that was my right to flex my free will for myself in that moment of decision, then all I ask is for them to have peace with it. But would they get a consideration for me to even think about adjusting myself? Oh yeah, there's a handful of people. Heck yes. Because the trust is there. The love is there. So it means something to me how these people feel about me. It means something to me how I feel about these people. And that means something to them, And so that valuableness in the relationship would have me reflect to even question, do I need to change or adjust or, so I say, yeah, I say, hell yeah.
So I didn't know where we were going. Like I told you, things just, and I'm like, Lord, and just the point of that is that some people wouldn't want to know. They don't want to know what people.
Of course.
Some people don't want to know what you're going, because I didn't do right, because I didn't talk to you right, because I didn't walk right, because I didn't do my part in life, and I don't know why it keeps coming up, but we entertain angels unaware, so we don't know who we wronged or what angel we wronged in the process of saying, hey man, can I get a ride? Or hey man, you got a few dollars. Hey man, can you pray for me? Hey man, can you talk with me? Hey man, I just need it. Or hey brother, what can it just, we don't know. And I think that's some people don't want to know, and some people do. So if I could do it now and hear it, then if there's some stuff that I need to change, I can change it. You know what I'm saying? So it was different today. Today was just completely different on just every level, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna find out, because there got to be a breakthrough. It has to. It has to.
So how did this question come about for you today? What happened to make you?
Well, what like I said, I was watching one of my other shows that I like, and they asked the question, and I started thinking about that, and I said, wow, what would I do, or how would I feel if somebody did a memorial for me now? Mm-hmm. Because would I want to hear what they got to say, or wouldn't I want to hear?
But this other thing, at a lot of memorials, there are still lies told.
Oh yeah,
because you want to represent that person in their greatest light, in their best dressed personality. You got people at funerals and memorials that hadn't dedicated their life to God or been to church ever, and pastors are talking about how they go, dance down
Oh
the
yeah,
pearly.
yeah.
So
No.
that's why I say it would be a certain amount of people, a certain few people that I would be paying attention to see if I need to adjust myself as I,
Right.
But I personally would want to know. I would want to know, and I would love for something like that to happen so that my loved ones could hear me while they're still living. I think that would be a beautiful adjustment if we actually did stuff like that. I mean, maybe that's what birthday is supposed to be about. Maybe your personal holiday is when you should have your friends do a real toast and either call you out of your bullshit or praise you for all your blessings. Why not? Why can't we start that tradition? So I want to know. And my whole thing is I'm at a point in my life where I can eat the pie. I can swallow my truth, even if it's been wronging someone else or a fault. I can look myself in the mirror and be like, you know what? I am Portia. I am human. I will and I have erred. And guess what? This is an opportunity to repent and do better. This is an opportunity to acknowledge and be better. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at. So I would rather know than not know, because I don't want to be walking around here thinking that I'm treating you the way you like to be treated, or that in my head I'm treating you good and you don't like it, you don't want it, but yet because we're so nice to each other, you tolerate it, you deal with it. No. And in that conversation, if how I speak to you or how I act around you or how I treat you is offensive or degrading in any way, I need to know. That doesn't mean I'm going to adjust immediately or at all. But sometimes when we know, it will cause a change.
Yeah.
For the betterment of the relationship, for the betterment of that person. And then sometimes it'll just have an exchange of conversation, so each person will have a better understanding of why you do things this way or why you do things that way. And now I understand how you interpret when I do this or how you feel when I do that.
Right.
That it may not be made, the situation may not develop so that you can change, but just have a better understanding. But either way, I still want to know. And that's how I handle my romantic relationships. If you can't talk to me about what it is you want, if you can't talk to me about how it is that you receive how I love you, you're not my dude. I can't roll with you. I need people that are in that mindset to take relationships seriously. If we're still doing the fluff to say I got a boyfriend, say I got a husband, say I got a man, pass me by. I'm on a different chapter. I'm on a different book. That means nothing to me. I've graduated. So I need substance, And so I may think that how I'm loving you is a beautiful thing. It's a healthy thing. It's a happy thing. It should be a solution to your problems. It should be a piece to your issues. And because of your personality, your likes, your needs, we're at a disconnect, but we're both so nice and respectful. Nobody wants to hurt people's feelings. It's all in how you present, how you talk to me. You may not hurt my feelings, and you may hurt my feelings, but I'd rather know. And I'd rather you know. Because that's part of the responsibility of a relationship. And if we didn't have our hearts to be open so that God could continue to remind us how we're supposed to be with him, I mean, he loves us enough to make us uncomfortable, to make us aware of that little pinch. Oh, wait a minute. You just corrected me. I ain't like that. I don't want to adjust my mannerism, but I guess if I'm supposed to edify you in this way, I need to accordingly so I can be a right standing.
Right.
So as much as it hurts to be chastised or corrected or just made aware that something you thought you were doing right ain't the best way, it could be a better way.
Right.
That hurts because we got ego. We got hidden ego. And once you started, loving yourself through our little exercise, and you get to the point where you see my big old mirror back there and you prancing around in it, and nobody can tell you don't look good because you look good at 6:00 in the morning. That's all a beautiful thing, but don't ever be so solid within yourself that you can't accept change.
Right.
Because we're ever evolving. The only thing that is not evolving is God's word. It's the same as it was in the beginning, and it's the same as it's going to be in the end. As we continue to study it and learn it, we need to change accordingly, not it. So with that change, comes adjustment. With that change comes acknowledgement. And if that's with people that I trust, people that I love, people that I dedicate my life and my talents and my time to, hell yeah, I want to know.
So, yeah. It got me. It took me to a whole different perspective on the way we walk, the way we talk, and how we treat people, because we never know. So when I looked at that, I'm like, wow, because I don't know about you, but when I go to funerals and they're big and you see all these people and everybody, and you wonder in your mind, is that the way my funeral gonna be? There are gonna be a lot of people there. There's only gonna be 4 people there. I don't know. That's just me. Because you'd be like, oh man, we couldn't get a seat in the room and blah blah blah. And you're like, well, is anybody gonna come? Is it just gonna be the wife and the kids, the grandkids? It's just because I've been to some of those. You know what I'm saying? Where you thought people all had all these friends and everything, and you look around and you say, didn't he sing with Joe? And didn't he sing? Didn't he do this at the other church? And didn't he? And how many people coming to see the person?
But this okay. So you personally know how I feel about funerals.
Yeah.
You know me, but I'm gonna let our family in on how I feel about funerals. Excuse me. So I travel a lot. I'm a military brat. I've traveled all my life, literally since 4 or 3 or something like that. And so it's in my blood. I don't know how to sit my ass still. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been bouncing around this town for 10 years. I've lived in 3 addresses for 10 years. I don't know how to sit still. 51 years old. That's just part of me. I've accepted it. So I don't have a problem traveling. I have a little bit of an understanding and a consideration for those people that have never left their hometown and do not travel. However, it pisses me off for those people that don't travel to all of a sudden figure out how to travel when you're dead. Now I'm saying all the curse words and other languages in my head right now.
Thank you.
Because figure that out while I'm living. Because what you showing up to my funeral for, and we had 51 years together or 50 years together, that you could have showed up, fellowship with me while I'm breathing, moving, batting my little eyelashes. But all of a sudden now you can take 3 to 5 days off bereavement to come to my funeral. Guess what? My kids, gonna meet you at the door and be like, who you? Why you here? Because if you knew my mama, you wouldn't have wasted your PTO or your money coming to her funeral, because that's not what she do. For all the people that's already inside, they can stay. You need going back home. Because it doesn't make sense to me. If you have the opportunity while we are breathing and living to fellowship with one another, and he did this on purpose because he knows how passionate I am about this right here. If you have the opportunity while somebody is breathing and living, why are you not taking a weekend off, a week off? You got PTO at your job, and if you're a business owner, you schedule your own time. I've been in business over 25 years. We schedule our own time. So no matter how many hats you're wearing, like if for some reason when the person dies, all of a sudden you can clear your schedule to go to their funeral where you're not going to see them. And the purpose of you going to your funeral is to show your respect. Show your respect while we breathe them. Show your respect while I'm just 3 hours away of a drive. Show your respect when I could go on that cruise with you and your girlfriends and fellowship for that one weekend out of 50 years. Show your respect too. But I'm done. Because guess what? I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to respect you. My memory doesn't want your respect then. My children are not going to give a rat's ass about you showing up and being in a life after I'm gone. They are not going to understand that. That's not how I raised them. Now, granted, I wasn't raised like that. My husband wasn't like that. My husband loved funerals. We went on most of our dates funerals. It was just something that I cringed about. And I learned through him about the whole process, which once again solidified why I don't understand why people wait to the funeral for you to come and fellowship. You had seen this dude since high school. Why are you at his funeral now? And you live in the same town, same county. But we didn't make time to go to lunch with him and his wife. But we're here consoling his wife now and putting a little money in her hand. But they probably needed help 10 years ago when he was living. Or they could have been a blessing to us. But we never made time to have lunch then. Don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not totally anti-funeral. Because if you've been in someone's life and you actually have a valuable relationship with that person, and then the person transitions and is only in the spiritual realm, and you have a memorial or funeral, whatever you want to call it, a celebration of life, those are beautiful. Because those people are coming together to be a comfort to one another because they actually have memories and bonds reflecting on that person who is no longer physically here. And they can help to heal one another. But for all those that we ain't seen since high school or grade school, or your mama them knew so-and-so, but you really didn't know bruh. You really didn't know sis. But you heard they died and they popular in the community, and we're showing up in hundreds of thousands for strangers we never touched, and they never really touched our life directly or indirectly, but yet because it's a popular name, or we're driving, we're carpooling, so we can say we went to that person's funeral. That is asinine to me. Drive, carpool while they living. Break bread with me right now. Because if you're not dealing with me right now, what's the purpose of coming to my funeral? It's not for me. Oh, you trying to get my kids? You get my kids right now. Don't wait till I die. Bypass me. Build with my kids. I will not be in your way. I promise you. But if you try to do that after I'm dead, and my kids are going to be really confused. Because they know that, and they're going to say, well, my mama never stopped you from visiting us when she was living. So why are you hitting that? What you want? What you need? Because we good. We got each other. The tribe will continue to prosper even after I take my last breath. My kids have God, they have each other. That's what we got now. We got God, we got each other. So our circle level will keep twirling and growing and prospering. So what you need? Because you can be part of this right now. As you see this recording, as you see the show, if this message is touching you in some kind of way, call me. Text me. Yeah, you may not have the bat number, but you got a number. You may not have my number at all, but you got social media. However you know to contact me, reach out, and I might be back. I'm human. I got feelings too. So I'm not going to promise you to reach back, but I might. But try and try again. Because I'm pretty sure there are a handful of people that I don't apologize to. I'm blue in the face and still don't understand why we had a problem for me to even apologize in the first place. But I am that person that has and will continue to eat the pie for the greater good because I love you and I want a relationship with you, but I don't beg nobody. But I'm here for you if you want me. And if you don't, God bless us. It's cool. Just don't show up at my funeral. Because that's not going to make sense to anybody that truly knows me. And I'm not going to show up at yours. For what? If I'm reaching out to you while you living, hey, you in South Carolina. Oh, you an hour and a half away. You two, I'm gonna come to you. No, we'll hit up next time. You live 8 hours away. I'm gonna come to you, get a quick hug. I ain't trying to interrupt your vacation. I'm not trying to jump in and insert myself and my family. I just want to, hey, how you doing? You in my state? I'm happy to see you. Peace. And I'm back on my way. But you don't want to do that. Oh, no problem. I respect that. I ain't for everybody, everybody ain't for me. Cool. All I'm saying is when I die, don't wait your time. Go on vacation. Use your PCO for something else. My kids are good. I promise you. My husbands will be good. I promise you. Keep doing what you're doing because we good without you now. I promise you, God is blessing you and us beautifully. Keep doing what you're doing. Just don't show up at my funeral because nobody in my life will understand that. Not even my parents, who you probably talk to, who you probably have a wonderful relationship with, and ask about me and what I'm doing with my life instead of calling me directly. But they're not going to expect you to show up at the funeral. And when you do, they're going to be like, oh, why are you here? Why are you here? What's going on?
You gotta say it like that?
Yeah. My people, you know my people, you know me.
So why are you here?
Or even if they know you, oh, hey, cousin so-and-so, auntie so-and-so, so-and-so, friend such and such. Why you here again? But for those people that don't know me, they might give you a little compassion. Because you're not gonna follow this. If you really don't want me in your life, you ain't gonna follow this kind of stuff. So those people will get a little compassion. But you're not. You're gonna have to have your own celebration of my life outside of my family. Because they don't play about me. And I don't play about them. So I just don't. And if anybody want to share in the comments why you do what you do, why is it okay to be distanced from people that you claim that you love, that you care about, that you have a relationship with, and while they're living, you don't take that advantage to be still in their life? Help me understand why that's okay to do it that way and then show up at their funeral and you get your peace. Please help me because I don't know. I am ignorant on that. My husband tried to teach me. I didn't check the boxes. I failed the class. I did. Because as you see, I'm still thinking the way I think. His funeral, my husband was a man of his community. Anything he was involved in, he went all in. He was a boisterous personality, full of life, no fear. I am the opposite of my husband. I'm a supportive person. I like being in the background. I can be up front, but I like being in the shadow. You ain't got to say my name. It ain't got to be in the credits. As long as the project and the life is successful, I'm good. That's my reward. When he passed, it was standing room only. Standing room only. He was very protective of me and his family, his children. Very protective. So you may know about us and you may know of us, but you didn't have access to us. No, he was that defense, front and center. So we're sitting in this church, and it didn't baffle my kids. It didn't baffle me that it was standing room only because we knew the time and sacrifices that he gave to everything that he was involved in. If he was a football coach, he was a winning football coach, and he was more than a coach to all of those guys on those teams. He was a fellow friend to other coaches in their personal life as well as their athletic life. When he was a groove, he wasn't just a local groove. He was a national writer. If somebody needed something in another region, in another chapter, whatever he chose to be in, he was fully in. At the church where his name is on the headstone or the cornerstone, we served well and diligently. As a father, he loved all of his children, blood or not blood. So when the church was standing room only, we in the intermediate was not shocked. We were grateful because it would have been a different response if it wasn't standing room only, because he gave his life for his community and his organizations that he served in. He didn't just wear the letters or the colors or the name. You knew him in those circles. I'm just his wife, and I'm still happy with that. Oh, I'm not him. I'm not doing. I'm not filling those shoes. He wore a size 15 shoe. I can't fill them shoes. They twice my foot. No, he's gone, and we'll embrace his memory. Praise God. Hallelujah. Don't look for me to do what he did. That was him. And I'm grateful to have known him for the short period of time that I got to know him. But I'm not expecting for my memorial, whatever my kids choose to do for me, I'm not expecting for it to be standing room only, but I am expecting for the quality of the people to be in those seats. Now, if it is, wow is all I can say. But I pretty much know who's going to show up for me. I pretty much know who's going to show up for my kids, and I'm okay with it. I'm actually happy for that, because that's my life today. I'm not expecting someone or someones that are not present in my life today to do something meaningful tomorrow at a funeral. You're doing something polite, you're doing something loving, caring, but it's not really going to be meaningful. Not if it's for me. Like I said, it might be for my kids, and that's cool. But don't say you coming to remember me. If you want to remember me? Hit rewind. Rewind, replay. Here we go. That's how you, at that point, that's all you're going to have. You're not going to have the personal memories of the trips we took together, or the dinners we had, or just the corny jokes that I told that weren't funny, that you didn't think you were going to laugh at, but I got one good one in. And that's okay. And I understand that I'm like that with other people. I am a terrible friend when it comes to calling people back. Anyone that is holding that against me and saying that's why, and you got a little gray area where you might get a pass at my funeral. Because there are people that if they called me and said their house burned down, I'm out here getting a fundraiser for $1,000 to replace what they needed. But then after I know they back on their feet, they ain't gonna hear from me for 6 months. But I love them. But guess what? They know me, and they know who they are in my life. So we still have that relationship, and they can show up at my funeral. They're gonna curse me out because I haven't been that, which is what I just fussed about, you being to me. But that's our relationship.
Right.
But if we ain't got no kind of relationship, what you showing up for? And my son's gonna be like, yeah, mama always says she was supposed to call you back. Once again, y'all hugging each other, talking crap about me, rightfully so, because that's my truth, my imperfect truth. And you got that right. But guess what? We had that relationship. You call me, you text me, 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh my God. Hey, what's up, boo? Don't be mad at me. What you need? And most of the time, we don't need nothing. It's just y'all miss my little corny ass. And I love you for missing my little corny ass. And we'll catch up, and it'll be another 3-6 months. because we live in different states, or we're just at different different aspects of our life. Everybody doesn't want a cursing minister in their life when they're ordained in front of a pulpit of 5,000 people. But guess what? I'm still that secret advisor. I am still one of those people that they call when there's a problem that they haven't resolved, but God told them to call me. And it's cool. I know my position. I play it well. Like I said, I don't mind being a background person. Being on this show right here is out of my comfort zone. But I'm being obedient. So those people can show up because we still have relationship. Where I have faults, but that's still relationship. But if we don't have one or the other, please go on vacation. Go to Bahamas, go to Japan, go to Zimbabwe, go to Hawaii. What you showing up for?
Respect. Respect.
What are you respecting?
The family.
How?
By coming to the funeral.
To do what?
To respect.
Now we're repeating ourselves.
To comfort the children.
Okay, you're showing my children respect by showing up when you didn't know their mother's personality genuinely. You know her as a fan, what you saw on Facebook or social media, Instagram, but you didn't know her personally. You didn't know her genuinely. Even my supportive fans that buy my publications and books know me better than you who was a watcher. Why are you here? What respect are you showing? Help me understand.
Maybe I just wanted to see how many people was coming.
Oh, no, you just being nosy. Okay, cool. No problem. But don't say you come to respect. You come to respect, make sure there's something in the envelope you're about to pass to my oldest son.
Right.
Make sure it's thick. I got a lot of kids. He's going to make sure all them kids are taken care of. If you want to come and show that respect, thank you in advance. But if you're just going to be nosy, you'll be on the outside waiting for those people to come outside. And that's what you'll learn. I mean, I do not want to sound heartless. And part of me wishes I would press pause on this because it could get me canceled. I don't care if I get canceled. I really don't. I promise you, I really don't. We're just beginning. So if he is with a different host, God bless you. I love y'all. I tried. But
we'll just dress you up different.
I had lots for how many years?
Look, we'll put the hair back.
You gonna get rid of these cheekbones? These my grandma cheekbones.
We're gonna put the bonnet on.
It ain't gonna be me. It'll be something totally different. This is a scarf. This is actually like I can put my dreads in the top, my love lock. I can put them in the top.
Yep.
Yeah, this ain't no bonnet. No, we don't do bonnets outside the house or on the show. But I'm grateful for you bringing this topic up because I do want to learn just a different mindset. I'm not saying I'm wrong and I want to be wrong. You can correct me. No, I would love to continue to learn why people do that because it just doesn't make sense to me. And I promise you, I will not be judgmental in your comments. I'm not a traditional person. I am not a traditional person. I have tried tradition. It's cute, it is comfortable, and it's cool. I have nothing against it, but I have a tendency to be non-traditional on purpose. I don't know. I'm not forcing it. It's just I'm naturally non-traditional. So if it's your tradition, if it's just, I don't know what you're feeling. Help me understand. Please teach me on why you may look at funerals and view the respect or whatever differently than I do. Because once again, this show is about us learning this thing called life together as we live it. Now, on certain social media platforms, I have a couple thousand friends. Those ain't my real friends, y'all.
You ain't supposed to tell it. Hey,
I don't know
you're not supposed
95%
to tell
of
them
people.
that.
But they know they're not my real friends. They know I don't. They can't tell me what my favorite food is. They can't tell me my favorite color is. My real friends know that. They might be able, oh, you like the Cowboys? Yeah, because you saw pictures. But if you really knew how I felt about the Cowboys, that's a different discussion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not denouncing them following me and friending me because I appreciate it. I do. It's been great for life and business. I appreciate it, and I follow most people back. But I say that to say, don't get caught up in that hype to expect my stuff to be tricked out with 10,000 people. If it is, I promise you my kids are going to enjoy the energy because it's going to be like a miraculous show. Because I love live music. I love laughter. I have no idea what they're going to put together, but hey, enjoy the show. But we're not expecting that. We're expecting a handful of people that actually are valuable in my life. And that is great enough. Because that's me. I might live in a public eye, but I'm a private person. My heart is open to invite other people to be close to me. But if they don't want to take that step, cool. I don't force that on nobody. So if you took that step to step away, keep stepping. Keep stepping. So don't confuse my kids later. I don't know. I just, like I said, so currently, why I'm so passionate about this question that he posed today. I have someone that I love dearly facing decisions and timetables about her own life. And being a princess of peace is what I choose to call myself. That type of responsibility is not a light at all. I'm placing her in the position of making sure that her desires, her wants, her needs are heard over the emotions of other loved ones that I'm not blood related to none of them, but I'm her voice. That's a hard, heavy position. Because I like peace in my, I don't like to fight other people. I don't like to argue. But if I got a job to do, I'm gonna do it well. And then I have to respect those decisions, even myself. That's love. And so in this moment, I'm about to lose another great love of my life. She could be here for another 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 months, 2 years, 20 years. I don't know, God knows. However, the preparation, the awareness of it's probably gonna be lesser than them 2 years. It's slapping us in the face. We can't ever prepare when that last breath is taken, but we're taking the precious steps to enjoy those breaths as they are now. So when she and I are talking about when that day comes, I tell my husband, say, they don't want to talk about that shit. Stop talking about that. Because when you talk about it, it's going to happen. Stop it. But when his day comes, me and his best friend / brother knew exactly how to put together. He had the same conversation with him, the same conversation with me. I'm sitting there looking at Fred going, and Fred said, and we nodding because like my husband prepared us. That's not an easy position to be in. But here I am again. And so she's still living. And there are people in her life that she has given her life to. There are programs and organizations that she has helped develop and prosper. What the fuck y'all? I've texted you, I've called you, I've let you know what it is. Where you at? I'm not coming to her funeral, so you ain't got to worry about seeing my face going, what the fuck you here for? Her mama be happy to see you, her children be happy to see y'all. I'm not gonna be there. Because where you at now? She's still breathing. You have an opportunity to continue to celebrate her life It may be a little different, maybe a little restricted, but she's still of sound mind. Where are you at now? Because whenever that time comes where the ticker stops ticking, I ain't gonna ask you no more questions. Because I'm not gonna be around for that part. Because I'm not gonna be nice. Because you have the opportunity now. You say you coming. I'm there every day. Where you at? And if you came, I'll walk away so y'all have your private time. I don't want to know y'all business. I don't care what y'all talking about. I got other stuff I gotta do. That'd be my little break. Where you at? But our American nature is, when she passes, oh, here you come. What you come here for? And as you said, show my respect. I don't want your respect now. You should have showed it to her when she was still breathing. Make her smile, make her laugh. Still create memories. Memories that you're going to need. So you won't have regret. Because when she's gone, she good. She in the land of peace. So those visits now are mainly for us that might still be here. And guess what? You might go before she goes, even though they done gave her expiration date. We don't know the time. We don't know the cause. So let's stop acting like just because we 50 more, oh, we got 25 more years. We may not have 25 more years. How many years to 1201 to be 51? But I'm grateful for this moment right now. I'm grateful for the day I've spent in the hospital today. For those that genuinely love me, like me, accept me, that's where I spend my time. I tolerate some BS from other people for the greater good of family or whatever politics somebody has ingrained in my mannerism. But I'm actually beginning to cut that BS out too. I'm all about quality. I don't agree in the, what is they call it? The block and delete era.
Uh-huh.
I don't really like that, but there are certain times that God teaches you and encourages you to purge some people and some things out your system. And I want to say for a season and reason and all that. But when they have messed you over, we need to learn from our mistakes and learn from our past and do better and not continue to be the fool. So if somebody is lying and stealing and manipulating you and dogging you out, I don't care what their title is in your life, seek God about that relationship. And if God says that is not the person that needs to be in your life or in the intimate details, the intricate details of your life, protect yourself and stop giving them all the ammunition to blow your life up.
That's good, right? That's really good right there. I like that one.
Just because somebody called my auntie or my uncle or my cousin or my sister or my brother or my husband, if their intentions and their heart is not in the righteous way for me, and God is alerting me to that, we have to use that wisdom. So there will be some discreetness, there will be some discretion, there will be some protection against those that are supposed to be our providers and protectors. If God is alerting you to that, use that wisdom. But for those people that are not reaching out to people when they can and when they should, to me, it's a waste of time after they're gone. Now, if you got a really good reason, say you deployed overseas and it's been 8 years since you've been back in the United States, or you deployed in the United States, it's been 8 years since you've been in Yugoslavia. Is Yugoslavia still a country? Okay. So I know everybody be changing over there. So I don't know. Excuse my English, y'all. I'm decent at geography, but Europe has been changing. So my bad. Don't mean to offend nobody. That was a genuine question.
Don't tell nobody.
No, I mean you just told everybody. So I'm just asking for forgiveness for my ignorance. I wasn't trying to be funny. When I was in Germany, there was Yugoslavia. They may not be now. It might change the name to something else. I don't know. I haven't been back there since 89. Yeah, so forgive me. But when we are going through our life passages, if for some reason that person has their career or life choices, you've been locked up, and you ain't been able to get out. Okay, there's some consideration there. Either your job kept you away or your decisions kept you away. Okay, but if you've been writing or texting or trying to keep in communication, once every 3 or 4 years you connect. I give you some kudos for that. But for those people,
kudos. You got the big eyes.
You ain't even got that. Why are you short up? Them the ones I want to talk. For those people that don't even have that, you wasn't in prison, you wasn't away at war, you wasn't deployed on your contracting job. You just was in your hometown 5 miles away, and just for whatever weird reason, if you saw each other at Walmart in passing, that was your relationship with your cousin. Okay, cool, boo. But if I'm that cousin and my kids don't know your name, you may not be able to come into the party. And if they know your name, and I ain't saying nothing good about your name, you definitely ain't gonna be able to come to the party. And I'm only saying this because there are certain people in my life that I yearn to have a relationship with, period. Or I yearn to have a relationship with again. And for whatever reason, they're closing the doors. Okay. And all I'm saying is I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. And I probably will try one more time before I die. But if I die before you, and if you show up and my kids mistreat you, because my kids are very respectful. Very respectful. But I can't say how they're gonna be when I hear. Because if they're trying to honor and respect their mother's wishes, you ain't coming in, boo. And you're gonna deem that to be disrespectful. And I'm letting you know right now, nope, they are respecting my wishes because that's what I've already told them. There's a VIP list. If you ain't on it, go on vacation. Ain't too much here to do in Colombia unless it's football season or spring breaking. Other than that, if I die not in the spring or not in the fall, don't even come here, babe, because there ain't much to do. Go to the beach. You want to honor me? Go take that trip to the beach and think about what would Della do on the beach right now. I mean, you probably gonna get it wrong because I ain't there, but you'll enjoy something. I hope the food, the sun, the sand, something. Because I love the beach. But don't come to the funeral. Don't come to the memorial. Because you might get offended. Because my children are going to bury me on top of my husband. Because that's our happy position. Yes. You might get offended. So you might not want to come to the funeral. I'm just saying. Don't be looking up in the sky. Any man that dates me or that spiritually marries me at this point in my life knows that when I do pass, I am going to be buried on top of my husband. His coffin is here. I'll be here. And if that's not something they can deal with, we don't need a date. We don't need to be spiritually married. I'm not changing my name, but I will love you and be loyal to you within our understanding and agreement. Sure. But anyway, I'm a hush. Because I haven't said too much.
Hey,
I hope that you're going to invite me back to be your co-host after this show airs. I'm willing to step down if it's going to cause you to.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hey, if we going down, we're going down with the ship. Stay in the ship. Stay in the ship. Stay in the ship. So, as we always say.
I'm sorry, y'all. I did not mean to talk all the show. I apologize, but he knew that this was a heated topic.
I didn't know. I didn't. When I said that, I'm gonna say it like this, family. When when I heard it, that's why y'all saw me say I don't want to talk about it. And you said, and what'd you say? Say it. Just ask the question.
Yeah.
But I knew when I asked the question what it was going to bring out. But I would say like this, and we'll let you go and let you get back to your coffee and other things. But you always want to know, I guess you would say, why does it take you so long to come and see me while I'm laid straight in the coffin, arms folded, compared to you coming to see me, as she said, or calling me and seeing how I'm doing? It's not that hard. It doesn't take that much to pick up. I think, how many are there? 10 digits in the phone number? And you don't even have to dial them. Everybody.
Press the name.
Everybody has everything saved in their phone. So I just don't understand. Sometime with me, and I'll give you this, I understand crying, but the boo-hooing and throwing stuff and wanting to jump in the casket and everything.
That's the regret that's spanking ahead.
What did you not do
exactly
when they were alive?
Exactly.
I don't want. Wait a minute. You should have made peace. You should have did what you needed to do. Said what you needed to say before they left. And I guess there's always, I don't know about with Parsha, but I know with me, there were probably things I could have said or done better with the wife. Could have been some things that I could have moved a little quicker, or experienced some different things, and we didn't. And I feel in that feeling that there's some regrets with that. But as God gives us other chances to experience it with other people, you want to do right by them, to not to make up, but to fix, because you can't go back and fix that.
When you learn better, you do better.
You do better. And that's a beautiful thing. But there's some people that learn and don't do. They know what they're supposed to be doing, but they don't do it. So, it's just the mindset of that. Why does it take this? And then sometimes you think, if I'm sick and they're giving me so short a time, you would be there, as Parsha was saying. But maybe you don't, as they say, you don't believe the report.
Yeah, and I've given that to some consideration as well. You don't want to face the truth. I get that. But at some point in time, you need to snap yourself out of that.
But the longer that I stay in that trance, that keeps me in a better even keel to where I don't go crazy. Because if I sit, I'm just saying for some people, but if I sit and pretend, think everything's going to be all right, but as we've seen in many lives, many marriages, many relationships, many families, that they took this time and not did what they needed to do. And now I can't say what I need to say.
You can say it, but that person's not going to hear it and respond.
Ain't there. They ain't even there. It's a shell. So I'll give you this, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I used to go visit the wife all the time, and then the times have gotten shorter, now it's birthdays, kind of like anniversaries, blah, blah, blah. And it's not as frequent as it used to be. And same way, kind of like with mom, but I'll pass by or whatever. But I had a young lady get mad at me for not going to the gravesite every day. And what I told her, I said, now, that person ain't in there, right? The only thing probably in there now is the suit or the dress. If that. So what I would say in that, if you ain't come, don't come visit me at the funeral, at the tomb. Come visit me now while we can talk. and we can hug and kiss and tell each other how we feel about each other. So what I'm saying to you, family, as we get ready to wrap this up, is that take time and make time to get
Like that.
your affairs in order with your family. Take time and make time, because we always say, I ain't got time.
You better take that time, take that pause.
You got time for everything else and everybody else.
When someone comes to your mind, you might be in the middle of washing dishes, you might be in the middle of doing a report at work, and then all of a sudden, name pops to your heart, pops up in your mind. There's a reason for that. And what I've started doing lately, and then when I say lately, it might be like 3 or 4 years, but what I've been started doing recently is when that person comes to my mind, I'll shoot a quick text message. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, God bless us, whatever I want to say. I just, wanted to check on you. How you doing? And that might happen for that person once every 2 years. But guess what? 99% of the time when I do that, there was something that person needed that through God I could provide. And vice versa, to continue to solidify that relationship. So if you think about your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, co-worker, high school mate, whatever, and that person comes to your mind, take a moment, 3 seconds, speak into your phone, a quick message. And if you don't have their phone number, you got the social media. And if you don't even have that, contact somebody that you know has they mama, they friend. Because there's a reason God put that person in your heart. To live with regret, I don't have a lot of regret. Thank you, Lord, I don't have a lot of regret. But to live with regret, to me, what I can imagine would be something that's devastating. Because that's it. You can't go back and talk to that person. You can't go back and make it right. You can't go back and fix it. All you have is to rely on God forgiving you by God, and then God forgiving you for that person because you didn't make that amends. And to me, that is a harder process than just picking up the phone and being like, look, $20 owe you, man. I ain't never gonna pay you that shit, man. I apologize for taking it back today, but I needed it. That's what you gave it to me. And I won't go pay you back when you gave it to me. But we ain't talked in 20 years because of that $20. I just want to let you know I'm wrong. You ain't gonna get it today. I ain't calling you because I got it, but I miss you. And some conversations might be just as foolish sounding as that, but guess what? That's your truth. And relationships can last on a foundation of truth. So just try it. I'd rather an ugly truth than a beautiful lie any day. Another friend, that was his quote. And ever since I learned it, but yeah, so just when that person comes to your heart, comes to your mind, reach out the best way you can. And then be honest, be truthful, be kind in your delivery, be considerate in your delivery, and see if you guys can make amends. And once you've done your part, if and when that person dies before you, you'll have the peace. You can't control nobody else. Like, I have peace about certain people that don't deal with me. Okay. I've tried. I know I've tried. I've asked the questions. I've made the moves. I've apologized. I've shown my apology. I've lived my apology. And the door's still not. Okay, cool. No problem. So whenever, if it's me first and them, hey, I miss you. I love you, but okay, cool. I have my peace. And I just pray to God that you have yours. I don't want nobody to have turmoil that used to be connected to me or knew me or knows me and say that we have a relationship. I want you to have peace. So yeah. We try to have a list of stuff to talk about. We have it in a beautiful file in our drive, in our cloud. And these last 4, 5 shows have been straight obedience. Straight obedience. I had something else I want to talk about some of these situations. And when you started on this, okay, I wouldn't go object to it because this is what we needed. This is what we needed. So I'm grateful for obedience.
Well, and with that, we say our words like we always do. I like it when she smiles. She be like, really?
I know.
And like I always say, it's a wrap, and we love you. God bless you. Thank God for you. You are needed. You are welcome, and you are valuable. Thank you for showing up and showing out like you always do. Thank you for giving us the chance to come into your living room. Thank you for being a part of something that's getting ready to be beyond measure, beyond our wildest dreams. We can't see it, but we know it's getting ready to be monstrous. And I ain't scared no more. I ain't scared.
You ain't scared. You ain't never scared.
I ain't never scared. I still gonna buy me a dog, lies, and I'm still gonna grow a beard. Yes, but you know, I always used to say if you're scared, grow a beard.
Just don't put on just don't put on that man weave. Just don't do that.
I got a new one. I got a new one. When you cut it off, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
It's the same style.
Y'all pray for me.
Look, it's the same style, but it don't got the bib on the front of it. And then my next one will be great. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Only him.
So we love you. We say God bless you. Thank you again. Like, share, do all the things that you always do. We love you. Thank God for you and how you do what you do. Kisses. And we say, God bless you. God keep you.
Always.
Relationship is always needed. And if we can get you anywhere closer to God by what we say and what we do and how we walk, how we talk, we will be satisfied. It says if one receive and accept and come into relationship with our Lord and Savior, we've done it. We've done our job. It says one can put things like 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever, but two can put 10,000. So we're praying that one come into play so that they can bring in the two. They might be able to help others be able to come into the realization that we can't do it by ourselves. And that's why God sent his disciples 2 by 2. And I guess, Della, I am partial. That's why we're 2 by 2. So he's not going to allow us. Wow. He will never allow you to deal with your circumstances by yourself.
Oh, no.
Your pain by yourself. Your victory by yourself. Because you're always going to have somebody to bounce it off and say, hey, I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was going to go through. So we love you. God bless you. God keep you. Like we always say, put God first. Give God all that you have and let him work it out because he's the only one that can work it out. So until next time, we say thank you for coming on, hanging out, choosing us on In Between Your Lives. Love you. Until next time, we're out of here.
Yes, and that is a wrap.